Hello, my name is Timiann Melissa, and in this video I want to talk a little bit about enlightenment and give some perspectives on that. It's a huge subject, so this will just be a little input on the term enlightenment and how it can be used in your everyday life, a reminder as in what is it and how can you move towards that, if that's what you want. So for me, enlightenment means to become aware of everything there is, to see without the veils of what we cannot see or what we see in a delusional way. And the word enlightenment, it reminds me of like turning on the light. Like turn on this big spotlight and point it in all directions within yourself. Dare to see everything there is, in all corners, everywhere. What is in there? Who are you? And what is within you? And that also includes the parts that you do not like, the parts you judge as being wrong or bad. It's becoming aware of all of it without judging it and put a label on it as we used to do, but to actually see it for what it is. And then to have a lot of compassion for whatever we find and for how we have been struggling and making ourselves wrong and bad when we discover something that wasn't what we thought it was. And to me it also means turning all the stones to see what's beneath them, to be curious and open and innocent like a child exploring the world for the first time, to be like that about yourself as well, to be like that about the world. Even though you have made up your mind about a lot of things, if you can see one thing with a new, fresh perspective, as a child seeing it for the first time, you might discover something new, something you didn't see before. And that's what's often very helpful when we're traveling, talking to people from other cultures who give things different meaning than we have been raised to do, or reading books, watching movies, hearing people talk about things that we know, but giving new perspectives. So I really like to be open to all these new perspectives and see how they land in me. And just for a moment, put on those glasses that sees the world from a different perspective. And then when doing that, feeling how that feels. And very often that means that we have to take off our old glasses for a while, trying on the new ones, and then see, through those ones. I often think of my life as a journey of collecting pieces of the truth that resonates with me. And that means that I have never found any system, any religion, any philosophy where I could just take everything and make it my own. Because not everything resonated completely with me. Maybe because I wasn't ready to fully understand it. Maybe just because it felt like something was missing, or there was a contradiction that I couldn't accept. But that didn't mean that it was wrong or bad. It just meant that I couldn't buy the full package, but there was definitely some pieces that would add to my puzzle of my truth. So what I would like to invite with this video is to invite you to try on some different glasses, borrow the glasses of someone else, another tradition. Be curious and open and innocent like a child in your approach to yourself and to the world. And be willing to change your thoughts, your beliefs, and your glasses. The way you look at life and the meaning you give it. Be willing to change that and stretch and grow until you can hold everything without tension and without feeling that if I hold this part, it will threaten the other part, because they cannot coexist. So if this over here is really the truth, then the truth I had before was wrong. And it's not that simple. So what if everything can coexist? What if you can allow all the contradictions to blend and actually show you the full spectrum of life and of what is? If we can peel away the judgments of the meaning we give it. And in that process of putting the big spotlight on every part of ourselves, there's also this dissolving. If you can allow the meaning we give things to dissolve, there's also a dissolving of the power that the ego have held. It's not a dissolving of the ego, but the ego will not have a power that it's clinging to. It will just exist alongside with your soul and with your essence, the essence of who you are, which is so much more than your ego can perceive. But the ego will stop fighting it because it doesn't understand, or it's afraid to disappear if it would accept that there is so much more. Because the ego is connected to your physical body and your personality. It was created by your upbringing, your surroundings. But it's also what gives you this special lens that you are seeing life through. Your set of glasses, you could say. So just allow it to be there, but add to it and add to your understanding, your perception, and what you can hold and accept. And when that big spotlight have been everywhere, I believe that's when we are enlightened. But we need to be willing to discover new little black spots that we haven't seen. So not getting stuck in, now I'm enlightened and there's no more I haven't seen. Because if we need to say that and feel that so strongly, there's definitely something we haven't seen. So just to keep being curious, keep being willing to expand. It feels like the whole universe is this expanding, expanding, expanding space, and that we need to be willing to expand in the same way ourselves. And in that expansion, new life pops up and disappear. And it's just this, it just is. And we're just allowing that also within ourselves, to allow that popping up of new ideas, new life within us. And also that when something dies, just to gracefully let it go and allow the expansion to continue. I hope this made sense and that it might help you in your own expansion. Your willingness to put the spotlight, turn it around and see what you find within yourself.